Hi, welcome. I'm Eric Linter with Starspeak, the horoscope for April 2018. We have been dealing with some adverse alignments. There are concentrations of planets in Aries this time of year and Capricorn. And these two signs just simply have a tough time working together. So, technically, as an astrologer, I would say there are a series of square alignments, and these involve the Sun, retrograde Mercury, and Uranus in Aries as April begins. And in Capricorn, we have Mars, the ruler of Aries, Saturn, and Pluto. Essentially, this is great in terms of motivational energy. It's off the charts. But for anxiety, the gnashing of teeth, a sense of frustration, banging your head against the wall, that's also way up there as well. Patience, a sense of direction, purpose, all of these things are helpful, but not always easy to sustain. Again, kindness and especially with oneself is extremely advantageous. The month begins with a conjunction of the Sun and retrograde Mercury. And retrogrades, as many people know, are helpful for reviewing, taking a look backwards. And in fact, certain projects may become important or a renewed focus during these early days of April. On the second day of the month, Mars is conjunct Saturn. And Mars is a go-getter. Saturn is the voice of patience and commitment, the work ethic, respect for traditions, valuing everything that has come before us. A lot of what exists in our world, the rules we play by and work by, all governed by Saturn, we're seeing in the marches around the country and around the world, the concerns about gun violence. There is clearly a great tumult and some debate about what makes the most sense. This will continue. It's not at all in any way resolved. And I imagine that with Mercury also testing Mars on Wednesday the 4th, there will be plenty of discussion this week. Mercury also is in a testing angle with Saturn on Thursday the 5th. So be respectful of different points of view. Try to listen and really hear what people are saying. Remember, Saturn is one of the ancient death planets, and Mars is connected with guns and violence of all kinds. Saturn's also the planet that governs law, and as I say, the rules we live by. And sometimes we really need to see whether or not the rules are working, and clearly there are some big shortcomings. We finally get to a more, shall we say, attractive alignment on the weekend of the 7th and 8th. On Saturday morning, Venus, now in Taurus, makes a perfect trine with Saturn. This is the really wonderful moment of appreciation where the things we love, the people we care about, our heroes, our heroines, it's really just a moment, a time to appreciate and let people know that they have moved us, inspired us, and in some way motivated us to be better people. That night, there are some tensions that build in right around midnight as the last quarter moon approaches. We'll move into a testing angle between the Aries Sun and Pluto, peaking on Wednesday the 11th. It's just after midnight, so really we'll feel this more on Monday and Tuesday. And this is confrontational energy about abuses of power, who's making the rules, who's having to abide by them. And in a helpful way, there's another alignment right around the same time, in the wee hours of Wednesday morning, Venus forms a trine with Mars. So, as always, love conquers all, and it's helpful to look for points of agreement rather than just focus on disagreements. That's helped along by Venus's sextile to Neptune, an aspect that's exact on Thursday the 12th. This is a very creative day, a day of great imagination and spiritual potential as well. These planets, Venus and Neptune, are the two faces of love. One is personal, one is unconditional. It's a midday sextile, so if you've got a meeting to schedule, I recommend the morning or possibly a lunchtime discussion. A lot of progress can be made. A lot of caring can be easily expressed, and we really get to enjoy our friends and the arts and other creature comforts. As we head towards the middle of April, Mars is in a sextile with Neptune. Jupiter is in a sextile with Pluto. So I expect, again, a lot of highly motivated activities on Friday the 13th. And even though the moon is void, of course, that day a lot of people will be tuning into some kind of higher cause, higher purpose, and willingly take a stand for things they passionately believe in. The actual new moon comes on the 15th of April. Ordinarily, this is tax day, but not this year. And this is a Sunday, and the new moon comes Sunday night at 26 Aries. This is late in the sign of Aries, but it's really the first new moon of the astrological year. And in a way, it's the start of the new astrological year, seed planting time. Curiously enough, Mercury comes out of retrograde the same day, and really clearing the way towards greater clarity of thought and easier communications. And we just won't have that pesky Mercury retrograde to worry about the second half of the month. But again, we complete this first half of April forecast with the recognition that once again a new lunar cycle is underway and the time is right for new beginnings. So I will encourage you to begin projects during the coming fortnight. The 2 weeks between the new and full moon is really optimal for starting anything. As cold as it's been here in New England, it's probably a little early for much planting, but it's the cosmic green light and the signal to begin anew. So I thank you for hearing me out today, and appreciate all viewers who take the time and interest. And if you want to contact me, send me an email. It's stars@ericlinter.com. My forecasts are every day available at the spiritofchange.org website. Remember, keep looking up.